We guarantee the right to the development of all ethnic groups, and I could see that they have displayed the prosperity and long-term happiness between these ethnic groups. We have guaranteed the security and safety and the right of development of all ethnic groups according to the laws, and we have prioritized the people's interest at our center. 70% of our physical expenditure is used to the cause of the guaranteeing and the development of the people's livelihood. The results of the reform and opening up is going to be directed to the welfare of the people. In the year 2021, the GDP is around 1.6 trillion RMB. That is 7% growth compared with last year's. The income in the rural and urban areas has registered an 8% and 10.8% respectively. Firstly, we have won the battle of the anti-poverty campaigns. In the year 2021, under the current requirement of Xinjiang, there is around 34 million people who is being lifted out of the poverty. Among the 3,666 counties, all of them are being lifted out of the poverty. The people's living standards and also the production standards has been increased greatly, and we have achieved all-rounded welfare in terms of food, clothing, education, healthcare, and housing, as well as water security. The deeply rooted poverty problem, which has been harboring Xinjiang for thousands of years, has been resolved. Secondly, we have consolidated the result of the poverty alleviation campaigns. We have also coordinated the difference between the urban and rural areas, launching an all-rounded war and the poverty. We have also enhanced the rural areas, promoting the integrated development of the first, secondary, and tertiary industries development. We have tried our best to find the endogenous growth point. Thirdly, we are also working on the high-quality development of the people's livelihood, focusing on the supply-side reform. We have stuck to the reform and innovation-driven development, while developing the key areas, including the modern agriculture represented by the grains, cottons, fruits, and livestocks, embarking on efficient quality development. In the year 2021, the total grain production is reaching 170 million tons. The total production of cotton is reaching 5,215 tons. That is 80% of the total production in China. We are also seeing a growing labor-intensive industries. The total supply and demand of the textile industry is also booming. The industrial increasing number is actually seeing a 20% growth, while the industry complex is also being upgraded to new levels. In the year 2021, we have received around 1.9 trillion tourists. That is 25.5% growth. We have achieved 1.456 trillion RMB's revenue in the tourist sector. That is 14.9% growth. We have also focusing on the Silk Road economic belt, promoting and enhancing the gateway to the foreign interactions. We were signing up the cooperation agreement with 174 countries and regions. Especially after the launching of the China-European Railways, it is becoming a very important tie connecting the countries alongside the Belt Road initiations. In the year 2021, the China-European Railroad is connecting China and Europe by 1,225 shifts. This is also going to benefit the people's sense of achievements and increase their sense of happiness. We are also giving them a sense of security. We have also guaranteed the right of laboring for all peoples from all ethnic groups. We believe that employment is at the core of the livelihood campaign. All the people who is actually working in the labor market should have the rights to enjoy the rights of the free employment, self-entrepreneurships. We are also prioritize our strategies in the employment policies. We are also provided a high-quality occupational training schemes. In the year 2021, this training campaign has covered for around 2 million people. The people at different ethnic groups has enhanced their ability and skills through these training sessions. And we have also respected the right to labor for all of these peoples. For all the ethnic groups, they are going to enjoy the self-employment, self-entrepreneurship, and proper employment in the society to a full extent. For all those people who are capable of laboring in the market, all of them is actually working in the labor market. For the past 3 years, the newly increased job position in Xinjiang is around 3,840,000. The total job we provided is around 12 million times. And the north part and the south part of Tianshan Mountain, every household have their own incoming way, and also for every people, they have their own occupations. They are having a deep pocket for the income, while their livelihood is actually climbing better. We have guaranteed the right of the health for all peoples in the different ethnic groups. We prioritize the health of the ethnic peoples. We have also promoted the campaigns of the Healthy Xinjiang 2021. We definitely reform in the healthcare sector by improving the public health sector and increasing the service and healthcare sectors. All the different ethnic people is going to enjoy a widely distributed higher and better healthcare treatment. We have built the basic schemes for the healthcare network, covering the urban and rural areas. For the community level, hospitals and clinics, they have covered 100% of our regions and providing free of charge treatment to the citizens in the rural and urban areas. For the 7 different categories of the national health care schemes, they are free to all. These schemes covers every rounds from cradle to cremate. We are also launching professional schemes against the occupational disease for the employees, and we have directed the company to a better foundation, foundations which has a scheme of 800 million RMBs, which is a reservoir for the healthcare research. Some of the citizens even told me that for my lifetime, I don't know what is my height, how heavy I am, do I have a very good eyesight or not. But this kind of a physical exam has changed my awareness. It has also improved my sense of hygiene. I do see that this work is very meaningful, starting from the year 2016 to now. It is going to be a part of our normal practice. And this is also going to benefit the people's livelihood. Across the country, we have adopted a national scheme. We have prioritized and we actually achieved. We are the first province to build a scheme where the rural persons or farmers can go into the hospital first and get treatment first and then paid later. Facing the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic, we prioritize the security and safety and livelihood of people from all ethnic groups. We adopted a precise prevention and control measures of the COVID-19 pandemic. All the treatment of a COVID-19 patient is free of charge. We have also launched the provincial level free of charge nuclear acid testing, and this is also a very important measure to guarantee the livelihood and healthy health of the people. By the law, we guaranteed the right to get education for our ethnic groups. We enhanced and increased our investment in education. This is what we call education benefiting schemes, and we also have a unifying and integrated mechanisms of education between the rural and urban areas. We are going to let every single case to enjoy the 9 years of the compulsory education scheme. In the southern part of Xinjiang, it has achieved free of charge education for 15 years. And for the southern part of Xinjiang region, that is a poverty-stricken region in Xinjiang. We have launched a particular 50-year free of charge educations. We have also newly built 4,400 kindergartens in the rural areas, and also for around 46 million pre-kindergarten kids. They are actually going to the kindergarten free of charge. All the citizens are actually very jealous of those who are living in the rural areas because their kid enjoys a free education, especially in the kindergarten stage, and they also enjoy free meals in the morning. And we have also enhanced the boarding schools, buildings, and also constructions. This is also going to address the problems of the children, and we have also lift the burdens of the household in the rural regions. We promoted the highly diversified development of the vocational schools for those of the adolescents. They entered into the school according to their age. We have built an education system covers from the kindergartens to the PhD, and we are not going to let every single one of the students dropping out of the school because of the policies or family factors. We stick to the principles that we are going to be people-centered, people-oriented. And such a society where all the elderly people are being cared for and all the weak people are being cared for, the livelihood and happiness is woven into every aspect of our life. We have also fully let the insurance covers every single round of the societies. We have also built a network which is being widely covered and multiple layer and really effective in our society. After adopting a scheme of all participating insurance schemes, this has greatly enhanced the ability to participate into the insurance sectors in the rural and urban areas. The employment And injury insurance is actually covering all the people in the occupational stage. By the year 2021, there's around 5,860,000 people participating in the insurance schemes for the urban workers, while 4,202,060 people participating into the insurance schemes in the rural areas. 3,002,029 people participating in the job insurance, among which 30 of them enjoys the minimum guarantee of the city livelihoods. There is around 1,666,000 people enjoy the maximum income scheme of Xinjiang. In today's Xinjiang, we celebrated these unprecedented economic and social achievements. It is very well known that all the ethnic groups is living in a very healthy and happy status. In the recent few days, the United States, among other different Western forces who are spreading the rumors of the livelihood and miseries of the Xinjiang people, and they are trying to separate Xinjiang from China and stabilize the stabilities of the Xinjiang region in China. I think if you want to know whether the shoes fit you or not, you need to wear the shoes by yourself. The Xinjiang's local people understand whether they enjoy their environment and they enjoy their lives by themselves. Are they really being turned into the forced labor or not? It is a question only to the knowledge, only to the acknowledgement of the local Xinjiang people. It is not the Western people's turn to spread the rumors and sheet the mouths on the Xinjiang people. Their rumors and their words is not going to change the livelihood of the Xinjiang people, and they are also not going to change the happy lives of the Xinjiang people. The trend to develop Xinjiang is irreversible and unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic is playing the symphony where all the people across all the world is celebrating their livelihood with the openness, greatness, and happiness. Xinjiang, as a part of the great Chinese family, is also revealing themselves as a confident, inclusive, opening, and beautiful Xinjiang. Xinjiang is a good place to go. We firmly welcome all of you to have a visit in Xinjiang. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. We sincerely welcome all the friends who have been to Xinjiang. Please come back again. For those who have not been to Xinjiang, come to Xinjiang and have a visit. And travel to every single corner of Xinjiang. Enjoy the beautiful sceneries divided by the Mount Tianshan. Feel the rapid development of the Xinjiang region. And listen to the wonderful and spectacular story of the Xinjiang people. The beautiful Xinjiang is always welcoming you and wait for you. Thank you. Distinguished guest, the president of Cantonia is actually using all kinds of the truths to specify once again the rapid development of the Xinjiang autonomous region in China. And he is actually using vivid wording to specify once again the rapid development of Xinjiang. So we are going to give the floor to all the distinguished guests to have a tour and site visit to Xinjiang and talk to the local people, listen to their stories. First, we are going to let you enjoy the beautiful sceneries of the Kazakhstan autonomous region. It is on the north part of the Xinjiang. The areas of Yili enjoys a beautiful scenery and a very good climate. It is going to be the best destination to develop the agriculture. It is also a tourist destination. In the year 2020, the vice mayor of Yili has shooted a video clips which went viral on the video clips. Let's have a check of these video clips. At the time, He Jialong was working as the vice mayor of Zhoushu County. Currently, she is actually the head of the Bureau of the Culture and Tourism in the Yili state. We are going to connect with He Jialong to let her introduce you the latest development of Yili. Dear viewers, we are live streaming to tell all the distinguished guests the latest development of Xinjiang. We are going to give you the floor to let you enjoy the story, to let you give us introduce the story on your side. I'm He Jialong. I am the current head of the Culture and Tourist Bureau in Yili. Welcome to our chat room. I am going to show you that how did I went viral on the internet and how did my image promote the county of Yili. Before I was working in Yili, the Bureau of Agriculture, I was working at the Zhoushu County. In order to promote the agricultural industry in Zhoushu County, we have introduced the industry of potato growing. At the first few years, the growth trend is very rapid. With the expanding growing areas, there is a saturated market with all kinds of problems emerging alongside with it. To expand the sales channels, we have built an e-commerce platform to help the local citizens to sell these through the internet. When the first batch of the agricultural product was sold to the other areas, we were thrilled. In the year 2020, our sales of the agricultural product has been affected, while our tourism has also been affected. The state of Yili has enhanced the sales by live streaming the local Yili product. Starting from that time, we have becoming a live streamer on the internet. So when I was working on the live streaming platform for the first time, I actually live streaming from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. every morning, and then I went to work to help more farmers. My colleagues and me has designed these short video clips, which went viral on the internet. There is around 600 million times of these videos watching. So it enables more people to understand the beautiful state of Yili. And currently, these short videos is actually covering every single agricultural industries in the Yili. It covers the date industry. Currently, we have conducted over 200 different live streamings, and the total sales is actually reaching for around 2 million times. For example, in the Zhoushu County, so this is a local contestant who had used to work in other states, but when he heard about the job vacancies that we have provided, his personal income has been increased from 1,800 RMB to around 300 RMB. So this is Ms. and Mrs. Turfsky. They used to working in the animal husbandry industries. After they become one part of our live streamers, they become the shelf, and their monthly income is around 10,000 RMB. Last year, they bought an apartment in our states and even actually moved their kids from the local counties to the city areas. And this is a live streaming thing. Before they join us, they used to. So after they are joining the live streaming business, their total income is actually reaching around 70,000. So I think all of our effort is being paid off. We are facilitating the income of the farmers. And this is actually the great wish of all the government workers. And in front of us, we have the best Hetian dates. We also have the grapes, which has the length of our fingers. So today we are representing all the distinguished guests, and we kindly ask all of you to focusing on the local agricultural product of Xinjiang. Have a visit to Xinjiang. Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam He, through your introduction and through the story and the image behind you. We have an initial understanding of the beauty of the states of Yili. We also understand the prosperities of the Yili province. Especially, you have remembered, you have told us that together with your colleagues, you have prioritized the notions of the people, to prioritize the people's livelihood at the center of your work. I'd like to pay my respect to you, and I wish you enjoy a better working environment. Thank you, and see you later. Thank you, and see you later. On the 4th of February, at the opening of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics, we have an elderly gentleman who is from the Uygur group. He is actually the former secretary of the party of the Yili states. We are going to connect him to let the old man tell us about his story. Mr. Mamachijiang, we are live streaming to the world about the latest development of the Xinjiang. We understand that on February the 4th, at the opening ceremony of Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic, you are one of the holders of the national flag, and you are spreading the message to the world. We are really delighted and honored to share this with you. So could you please tell us about your stories? I'm Mama Tijiang Mohammed. I'm 71 years old. I used to be the Secretary General of the Yili counties in the Xinjiang Momochi city. I have got so many honors from our country that it is my great delight. On the February of the 2nd, I go to Beijing and participated in the touch relay of Beijing. This is the touch, my precious touch. On the 4th of the February, in the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic, I've been participating in the transferring of the national flags. So when I witnessing the rising red flag in front of me, I was deeply moved to tears. I've been participating in Beijing in the Winter Olympics as a touch relayers. This is something that I could never dream for. I am deeply moved and deeply honored. After we are seeing the image and photos, and also the touch that you have presented to us. We are also deeply moved. So I think that you are 70. Even though you are telling us that you are 71 years old, we cannot imagine that. You have told us that you are leading the animal husbandry industry locally speaking. Can you give us more introduction to that part? We are a very huge village. And we used to figure out different animal agriculture industries. And we used to cultivate over 700 different respiratory trees. And at that time, we don't know how to cultivate the cows. So we dispatched several people to learn the modern agriculture techniques. The chicken breeding industry is also very complicated for us at the very beginning. Right now, we are capable of breeding 3,900 breeds of the chickens. We are also facilitated with the fishery industry. We have gathered for around 10 million RMB for the fishery industry. This is actually helping us to address the local environmental problems. The chicken that we have raised, the fish that we have cultivated, is being used through a smart system. The food processing industry is also booming, locally speaking. The average household income is actually reaching 40,000 RMB per year. Through this image, we can also see the chicken husbandry industry, and this is actually generating a great revenue, locally speaking. This is actually very splendid. There are 2 small kids in your family. Is it your grandkids or my grandkids? I have 10 kids. All of my kids, my sons and daughters, have a job. All of my kids and my grandkids is actually working is learning from the schools. This is my eldest granddaughter. I'm Mother River Zhang. I'm working together with my father in the promotion of the local Xinjiang image. I'm to learn from my father and to do a very good job of the local party secretary. Thank you very much. You have done so much good job. I understand you also grow apples in your village. I understand that Mr. Hamad is also leading the villagers to grow the apples. We are growing the apples. At the very beginning, the economic turnover is not that good. We were also trying to figure out the way to grow the apples. We're using the machines to graft the branches of the apple tree. At the very beginning, for each acres of the apple trees, the revenue is being grown from 500 RMB to around 2,000 RMB per acres. There are so many local farmers who used to be the migrant workers in the urban area returns back to our town. You mentioned that you have retired. What is your future plan? I enjoy my health. I have a very good physical conditions. I think that all my effort is being done to pay back to my beloved villagers. Thank you very much for your story. I wish you a great health and a great happiness. Especially, all the villagers is looking for you to lead them to explore and pioneer into a different agricultural front. Thank you. Thank you and see you. Distinguished guests, we are going to move into the Hetian region of Xinjiang. It is to the south of Xinjiang. It has a quite dry climate. It is what we call the hometown to the jade and the hometown to the melons. We are going to go to the Yutian County, our Hetian region. This region is located at the center of Hetian. It used to be called the most difficult village to get through. Since the year 2018, under the help of the local government, the villagers has moved into the special relocation areas, which is 91 kilometers away from the counties, and their life has been turned upside down. Let's connect to them and see a short video clips to see how they goes with their new house.
After 7 hours of tough trek, villagers came to their new home at Daliabui town before it's dark. The brand new Daliabui town is 90 kilometers away from the county. There are clean water, steady power and smooth roads here. 3 shifts of vehicles at the bus terminal head for Yutian County, and each household is of an area of 80 square meters. And a standard room for tourist reception of 20 square meters is added. Herdsmen now live a modern life.
Biz bir bilek tolga deyesiyet kılıp öpsürüyor yapsa.
Açmı durup yığılap derdim. Ben mesela öyde oturarmam ödep dersratını amat bildim.
Old man Matcha no longer worries about his livestock. Sheep in the desert is in the charge of the newly funded sheep cooperative, and the production efficiency of large-scale operation under Songhai no longer needs to take care of her Assistance Harbor cooperative has been set up. 1 month later, at the hinterland of the desert, 150 kilometers away, their homeland in the past, the troika to boost poverty elevation has also been activated. The township committee supports its first graduate, Herbanisa, to set up a tourism cooperative.
我对自己有信心，对科利亚的未来有信心。
Rajib, king of the desert, funded a tour fleet. Assistants of Tianjin 8 for Xinjiang have renovated B&B and water dispensers have been installed. In less than a month, they have received more than 500 tourists from across the country and made more than 100,000 RMB yuan. It has become the best destination for desert exploration.
好，各位嘉宾，接下来我们连线达里亚布伊乡的乡长热泽古里穆塔里夫，请他。
Let's talk to the county mayor of the Dasman County.
热泽古里乡长您好。
So mayor, hello. So we are live streaming to the world to introduce the latest development of Xinjiang through the video clips. We have understand the daily life of the rural citizens in Daliabui. So please tell us more about the story of the reallocation to the new houses and apartments. I am Rizamambuli Atalimobi. I am the mayor. I'm the county head. I'd like to introduce you the latest development of the Daliabuli County. We used to live to the southern part of China, and at the deprecated houses, the windows are quite collapsed, and it barely shades any winds. That's the reason why we have moved into this new location, where the sewage water, electricity, and hygiene system as well as internet is being installed in our apartment. We have also built the newly local clinics, the new local schools, which helps a lot of people to improve our livelihood, while they are still capable of the previous nomadic lifestyle. We have also trying to promote the tourism in the sand region. So I'm actually showing you the residential areas for the local residents. If they can get out of their apartment, this is where they live. Let's move our camera and listen to the stories of the local citizens. Is anybody there?
Ama işimiz ama hazır kimin ile yüklü yardım aslında sarayından yaxşı bu yerdekilerimi takım taşa Uygur azad öyle olmaz. Ölümümüzde hükümet işimlik külürümüz var. Hem ağır Köylerimizge sapa, sülbozdur ve o katarlık eserler şeraitimiz ait yaxşı.
Halim bolsa turmushim
Distinguished guest, let me translate every single word of him. He used to live in the nomadic lifestyle in camps. And his camps, there's not every single furniture which is available because they are nomadic families. But currently we have built this apartment for them. They buy their first piece of the furniture. They buy their sofas and they buy their televisions and tables. And their kids can roam on the street and enjoy the benefits, the loans of the local government. They have a better lifestyle, they have a better livelihood. There's a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities in Xinjiang. So this is also going to help us with our local lifestyles. This is also going to facilitate the growing development of Xinjiang, and we are having a better livelihood. And in our local people, we want to thank all of you for your concern and support. Thank you very much, Mayor. Mayor, for your kind introduction. Especially through your camera, you have led us to one family, one household of the citizens. And it is to our great delight that their livelihood has been improved greatly. And the reallocation of one village has brings a lot of transformative result of the local citizens. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. I wish you enjoy your life and enjoy the reallocations and the prosperity it brought with it. Thank you. Distinguished guests, we are going to go to another autonomous region, which is to the southwest of Xinjiang. It enjoys plenty of sunshine with not so much rain. It is the home to the local fruits. Last year, in the Atoshan city, so when it is called the homeland of figs. And last year, we have one of the party secretary who works in this state, and when he was living in that county, a lot of local people were seeing him off, and they are not willing to let him go. And that was a scene moving us to the tears. Let's have a video clips about that.
2014年以来，新疆持续开展了访民情、惠民生、聚民心的驻村工作。每年从各级机关选派干部深入到乡村、牧区和社区，在当地办了许多得民心顺民意的好事实事，受到了各族群众的这个热烈欢迎和普遍的好评。那么大家刚才看到的只是这个很多感人故事的这个一个画面一个故事。那么今天呢，我们就连线刚才这段视频中的主人公，他叫曹宝荣请他讲一讲他的驻村故事。
好的，主持人。
你好，曹先生，你好。我们正在通过视频向国外的嘉宾介绍新疆的有关情况。 刚才呢，我们在视频画面里看到了您去年3月份，这个离开波斯坦村的时候啊，非常感人的画面。您能不能再给我们介绍一下啊有关的情况？
好的，好的。
And they have done a lot of good benefits to the local people.
总工会的一名机关干部。那么现在我的位置呢是在新疆阿图什市沙图什镇波斯坦村。那么这里呢是我曾经工作3年的地方，也是我魂牵梦绕的地方。那么这个今天呢，我刚好出差路过这里，我来村里呢看看我的乡亲们，看看这个村里的变化非常大，我也非常激动，非常高兴。那么我记得刚来这个新竹村的时候啊，波斯坦村呢因为这个农业基础比较薄弱，产业结构单一，村民的收入呢非常低。那么我们呢走访了全村的每一户人家，了解了我们村民的所想所盼和困难需求。那么我们主要的工作职责呢，就是让老百姓过上好日子，解决老百姓的急难愁盼的困难问题，想方设法的让他们增收致富。那么如今的波斯坦村呢，这个人居环境变化非常大，可以说是发生了天翻覆地的变化。以前呢，这个尘土飞扬的马路呢，现在变成了我们这个宽敞整洁的这个柏油路。那么家家户户的村民呢，在我们这个党委政府的关怀下，住上了我们这个宽敞明亮的这个村民安居房。那么同时呢，现在我们家家户户呢通上了自来水，每家的这个卫生间呢都有了这个淋浴器、马桶呀这些这个城市的元素，村民呢过上了和城里人一样的生活。可以说呢，我们村民的生活呢，这个现在是一天比一天好了。那么从这个老百姓的这种脸上的笑容呢，我们也可以感受到他们这个生活的幸福。我记得刚来驻村时呢，喂，哎，李哥，哎，大哥，大哥，走，家里请。那么我记得这个刚来不是啊，我就被村里的这个淳朴的民风和好客的这个村民呢感动。那么3年来呢，我们和村民一起生活，一起工作，一起劳动，一起学习，可以说相处的呢非常融洽。村民呢就经常邀请我们到家里做客，我们在一起呢这个吃饭、唱歌、跳舞，相处的呢像一家人一样。哎，好，坐，家里请。来，孩子来听，好吗？那么这个家庭呢，也是我在波斯坦村的这个最关心的一个家庭。那么这个家庭的这个男主人呢，因为12年前的一场车祸呢去世了。那么当时呢留下了一个33岁的妻子，11岁的女儿和4岁的儿子。家里的生活呢可以说是非常困难。那么我呢主动和他们结为亲戚，然后呢这个帮助他们呢这个走出困境。那么如今呢，当年这个小女孩呢已经长大了，就是我的女儿，进入希诺科尔班，现在呢在日内沙班大学呢上了大3，上大学。这个弟弟呢，这个艾泽莱特艾琳呢，现在已经在这个技校呢也上了技校，这个正在学技术。我旁边这位呢就是我们孩子的爷爷，这位是我们的邻居斯提瓦蒂大叔，旁边是我们的邻居库尔班长大哥，孩子旁边这是孩子的奶奶，这是孩子的母亲热汗古丽。这边是刚才介绍的这个弟弟艾泽莱特艾琳库尔班，还有这个呢是我们最可爱的阿海们香。好，咱们现在放假了啊。好，我都好，正好开学。